So question 6, form a polynomial function with the real coefficients having the given degree and zeros. So see if we can put this together. Notice how we have zeros, and we're going to try to work backwards and identify factors, and then factors, we're going to multiply those all out. So notice that it's a degree 4, so using the fundamental theorem of algebra, there's got to be 4 zeros altogether, including real and imaginary. So I do see this 4 minus 5i, so its conjugate must be there as well. So that means that 4 plus 5i has to be present. And 2 has the multiplicity of 2, so that means there's 4 altogether at that point. So remember, the zeros basically we have is, x equals 2, x equals 2, x equals 4 plus 5i, and x equals 4 minus 5i. So if we want to write those back as factors, notice how we have to flip those back the other direction. So it's going to be x minus 2 is equal to 0. Bring that over, that's going to be x minus 2 is equal to 0. If I bring those back over, both sides are going to change. So it's going to be x minus 4 minus 5i. If I bring that back over, that's going to be x minus 4 plus 5i. So what we have then is we have to multiply those factors together. So what I have is x minus 2 squared times then x minus 4 minus 5i times x minus 4 plus 5i. So as far as the binomial, if I square that, that should be a trinomial. So all I got to do is square the first term. X times x is x squared. To get the middle term, you multiply the two terms together and double it. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Double would be negative 4x. And then if you square the last term, negative 2 squared would be a positive 4. Now to do a trinomial times a trinomial, I'm going to use the box as an organizer there. So I'm going to make a fairly big box. So I have x negative 4 negative 5i. I have x negative 4 and 5i. So it's going to be a 3 by 3. So I have 9 multiplications to do altogether. So if I bring this through now, x times x is x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. X times 5i is, I like to write that as 5ix. Negative 4 times x is negative 4 times x. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. Negative 4 times 5i would be negative 20i. Negative 5i times x is going to be negative 5ix. Negative 5i times negative 4i is going to be a positive 20i. And negative 5i times 5i would be, that's going to be a negative 25i squared. But remember, I squared is equal to a negative 1 by definition. So negative 1 and a negative 25 is going to make that a positive 25. So if we can put this all together, what I'm seeing is this x squared comes to play. And then negative 4x and negative 4x is going to be a negative 8x. The 5ix and the negative 5ix zero out. The negative 20i and the 20i zero out. So it leaves me a 16 plus 25, which is a 41. So what I end up with then is another trinomial by another trinomial. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my box again. So I'm going to put the x squared, the negative 4x, and the 4 along this edge, and the x squared, the negative 8x, and a 41 along this edge. So again, I have to do a 3 by 3. So in other words, I have, again, 9 calculations to determine. So x squared times x squared means there's 4 x's present, x to the 4th. Since they're connected by multiplication, we have to add the exponents. X squared times negative 8x would be negative 8x to the 3rd. since there's 3x present connected by multiplication. X squared times 41 would be 41x squared. Negative 4x times x squared would be negative 4x to the third. A negative 4 times a negative 8 would be a positive 32, and then x times x is x squared. And negative 4 times 41, that looks like that would be 164. Negative 4 times 41, negative 164. So it's going to be negative 164x. 4 times x squared would be 4x squared. 4 times negative 8 would be negative 32, and then the x would come in. 4 times negative 8x would be negative 32x. And 4 times 41 again, that's just going to be a positive 164. So if we put this all together, we're going to see I have an x to the fourth. So I have x to the fourth. And then a negative 8 and a negative 4, since those are like terms. Notice that the like terms are diagonal. That's the cool thing about this organizer. All the like terms are in diagonal lines. So negative 8 and a negative 4 would be a minus 12x cubed. Then we have a 41 plus a 32 would be what? 73 plus 4, 77x squared. So positive 77x squared. I want to double check myself there. 41 plus 32, and then add 4 more. So 77x squared. A negative 164 and a negative 32 would be negative 196x. Double check myself there. A negative 164 and lose another 32. Negative 196, and then the 164 drops in after that. So that's what we want inside here is x to the fourth minus 12x cubed plus 77x squared minus 196x plus 164. And close my parenthesis there. So it's a bit to do, but it's doable. So if you need to watch that video again, please do so.